Hello, crew of Dragoon, and welcome back to Studio Dragoon Gaming. I am your host, Dragoon X 77. Man, and before we get into this final episode of the Megaman X playthroughs, I want to apologize for it taking so long. There were several reasons that this took as long as it did. The main one was the fact that I kept getting my butt handed to me by Sigma. I literally forgot how to beat his third form, where it's like this merged version of Velgarder armor that's in the back and his head. And I literally forgot how to beat him. It's like I know that the weapon used, but it's just I forgot literally how to beat him because. I mean, if you look at the stage, when you look at the stage, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. The second portion of why this took so long is because I had some projects I had to get out, art-wise, and being that I have Patreon backers, the crew of Dragoon. I still had to get all that art stuff out, but that took a while, especially because one of them was an animation. You can go check that out on my Patreon page. And thirdly, I don't know. It's just those two were the main reasons. I'll say that. But before we get into this episode, as always, we give shout out to the crew of Dragoon, our Patreon backers. Let's go! Ty, Emperor Megas, Bradley Higgins, Sab Knight Studios, and Emperor Megas. If you want to be out there, get shout outs like these awesome crew of Dragoon members, then subscribe to patreon.com/Studio Dragoon for shoutouts like these guys just got. Great art, special Discord roles, and I just added a new one of my newest perks, a special Discord channel just for patrons, where you get to see every drop of what I'm doing, like a behind the scenes. Like if I'm like in the middle of a picture, I will drop it in that channel. You can go check it out right there to see what I'm doing as it happens, and so much more, folks. I'm adding just more stuff to those tiers every day. Every tier's a winner. So just do yourself a favor and go check it out. Patreon.com/Studio Dragoon. But without further ado, and many days of backlog, let's get into the day of Sigma. Well, folks, this day has finally come, and man, I really feel my age big time because this was hard. And there he is, the man, the myth, the Reploid, Smug Sigma. Look at that smug face. He's looking at you behind the behind the monitor. Let's go. Now we have this little climb here. I tend to do it a certain way. Had to make it look like a movie. Let's get into these voiceovers, people. Welcome. I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but I wouldn't rob my pet Velgarder of that pleasure. He knows how to deal with betrayers. Should you live, I will be waiting for you. Don't disappoint me, X. Velgarder, dispose of him! And here we go. We're going against Velgarder. Sigma's pet, and I never really was sure why he had this purple wolf-looking thing. I mean, he never even made another appearance after this episode, well, at least after this game. He's not really that hard. You just need to make some really dumb mistakes, like some of them I did here earlier. Here we go. Excellent job, X! I see why Zero counted on you. You're almost as good a hunter as I was. But the time of your destruction has arrived! You shall regret ever defying me. On guard, X! Now, the technique that you see me using here, I learned literally the first time I took on Sigma on the Super NES. And this was a lot of trial and error. Trust me, I died a whole lot. Sans Cuphead, or sort of like Cuphead. The thing I noticed here is that Sigma, his base body form, he was really just kind of a badass. Like, he had all kinds of abilities. I mean, look how quickly he just jumps all across the screen like that. And then he has a lightsaber or beam saber, whatever you want to call it, which I'm still trying to figure out why did he need that. He was strong enough. I mean, look at how huge, this guy is. It's like Brock Lesnar as an android. This is more tedious than anything else. I mean, there's several other ways to do it, but I found this to be like the easiest way. And I'll even throw myself under the bus because back in the day I did the first two parts with the X Buster, and I did not have the time to just X Buster him down. Uh-oh, he's done. You've met your end, X! Now die! And yes, I'm gonna use quite possibly every sub-tank here, and I'm gonna tell you guys, like I said earlier, I literally forgot how to beat Sigma, and I was dying a whole lot, and it was frustrating and irritating. And I was thinking to myself, like this last time on this recording, wait a minute, how exactly did I beat Sigma? Now I was thinking about it, I was like, oh yeah, I hung out in that corner like the whole time. And just, used all my my sub-tanks. No! It's not possible! I'm a Reploid! I can't be destroyed by you! Why, X? Why have you done this to us? Without the humans, my Reploid brothers could have ushered in a new age! Gah! That's the end of that. By Dr. Wily's fortress. The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrificed themselves for the victory will never return. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. How long will he keep fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. That's the end, folks. We have come to the end. You know, the thing about it was when I finally did beat this game back in the day. I mean, this was about as epic as a game could get for me. And now his iconic highway run. This was so awesome. On a more serious note, folks, I want to dedicate this ending to my mother. She had passed about 5 years ago. And my reason for doing that is that she literally was like a guiding force in my life. I used to do voiceovers and stuff, or imitate different cartoon characters when I was a kid. And she felt I was good enough to where I could just continue and want to do that as an adult. Like, she even introduced me to Scatman Carruthers, who did the voice of Jazz from the Transformers Gen 1 series, and Hong Kong Phooey, amongst the others. Now we're getting a roll call of all the Mavericks and everybody that was like main cast of characters in the story. I also want to thank my Patreon backers, people that have newly subscribed, and especially a special shout out to my buddy Jamie, who over the last couple of weeks got my button gear. I appreciate that, Jamie, more than you know. Seriously, man, you're a great friend, and thank you very much, bro. I'm gonna do some fan theories for the Megaman X lore, and we're gonna see where that goes, folks. And a winner is you as Megaman X. I also will be putting out the Hadouken trick later on in the coming weeks. I plan to do a lot of fan art for Mega Man X, and I got a surprise for you guys. If you're subscribed to my Patreon channel, or at least my Patreon page, you get to see that surprise first before everybody else. So if you want to check out what that surprise probably will be, so subscribe to my Patreon page. I know I'm pushing that all out, but I'm telling you, you guys have no idea all the awesome art, all the great perks that I put in there. And I want to thank y'all for showing up. We got one final Marvel Cinematic Universe teaser trailer at the end, like they did at the end of every Avengers movie. So hang in there. I thought this scared the crap out of me when I first saw it too. You have won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only my temporary body. My spirit remains intact. In time, I will find another body strong enough to do my bidding, and I will return. I shall see you soon, X. Very soon. Thank you all for watching my videos, subscribing, and let me know what you thought of this this series in the comments below, this episode in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button with an X Buster, a supercharged purple X Buster. Hit the button, hit that bell for notifications below. And I will see you guys in the next one. And by the way, the next game I will be doing is Marvel Superheroes. So stay tuned for all that in the coming weeks. And I will see you guys in the next one. Laters!